Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. No, it's been a while since my last battle replay, but hopefully we're going to get this started off right again, and hopefully I get more time to do more battle replays in every couple months. But as of right now, that's just kind of what my work schedule allows. But today we got a 5 versus 3 themed battle on the Witch King Sanctum. So the theme was this was the final battle in the north after the northern kingdoms were defeated, and everyone's kind of like, enough of Agmar, it needs to go. So a coalition was formed, and needless to say that forces of good prevailed over the forces of evil. But to follow the theme, we're allowing a Rudar army. We'll get into the players here in a minute, but we're allowing a Rudar army on defense, and Agmar, and a Horse of the Misty Mountains. We'll just go ahead and start off with them. Oh boy, forgot this is going to be gross to look at, but we'll start here with the Misty Mountains. Commanded by Lord Touchme. I got some Mountain North Berserkers, Cave Trolls, Black Orcs of the Mountain, Black Orcs of the Mountains, Mountain North Coast, Halberds, 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 Archers, Archers, more Cave Trolls. So we got 2 units of Cave Trolls, some Drake Group, and the rest of his force was deployed back here with some Heavy Goblin Archers again, Heavy Goblin Crossbows, White Orc Fearmongers, Goblin King's Bodyguard. I think that was it for his forces, though. Then we have the Witch Realm of Agmar by Swaggy P. See, we've got 2 units of Scourge Raiders here. Guardians of Karn Doom. I can tell it looks a little big to be one. Maybe 2 units there. No armor upgrade on them. Then we have the Blackwatch Legion and the Black Guard. Trolls of Gundabad. I'll get into that army in a minute. Got the Witchers, of course. Now, we had a rule where they had to defend this bottom layer, so there's no brutal choke point battle up there. Gundabad Guard. 4 units of Gundabad Guard with at least 1 armor upgrade. I don't know if it's got the second one or not. Witch Realm Hammer Guard. Trolls of Agmar. And it looks like we're going to get into Rudar, commanded by Hidden. We got Dunman Pikemen and more Troll Hunters. Witch Realm Enslavers. Rudar Clansmen. Extra Swordsmen, maybe 2 units of Swordsmen, 2 units of Clansmen here. Of course, the Clansmen have the armor upgrade. Rudar Marksmen. Rudar Marksmen. Anything else over here? Does not seem to be so. Rudar Swordsmen. More Inmore Troll Hunters. Dunman Pikemen. Harunadine Pikemen. Harunadine Berserkers. Witch Realm Enslavers, 2nd unit. Got a Catapult. There's some other unit I feel like I'm missing here. Oh, we'll see it later, more than likely. probably got hidden units. But if I did this battle earlier today, I'm pretty sure he's got a unit of 4 of them javelins in there somewhere. But that's it for the defenders. Let's move on to the attackers. Start off with the army I'm commanding, which is the realm of Imladris. Got Swords of Rivendell. I brought 4 units. Swords of Rivendell. 5 units of Swords of Rivendell. Never mind, 5 units total. 2 units of Archers of Rivendell, all with armor upgrades, plus Eldar Way Archers. 3 units of Imladris Guardians armored up. Unit of Imladris Sentries. Gwythi Myrdain armored up. Gwythi Arthans. And God Halim. And that is it for my force. Moving on to the next army. We have the Realm of Linden, commanded by Y2K86. He's got some Merlon Marines, 2 units, Hardelin Guard. He's also got a unit of Rangers hidden over there somewhere. An Olderin Guard, looks like 3 units maybe. Hardelin Infantry, Hardelin Infantry, Hardelin Infantry, Hardelin Infantry. 4, maybe 5 units. Hardelin Guard, another unit of it. Mithlon Pikemen, 2 units. 4 Linden Marines, 2 units. Good force from Linden, strong force. Then we have the next army, commanded by Chuck Norris as Arthedain. So, start off, he's got some Wardens of the North, some civilians, Arthedain Marksman. He's got the Trebuchets that are already for our team. Dismounted Knights of Anuminos. Dunedain Peacekeepers, 2 units. 2 units of Arthedain Pike. Let's see here. Armored up. Good. It's good to see. The archers are not armored up though. That's the worst thing ever. But Arthedain Men-at-Arms, not armored up, looks like 5 units. You might have Rangers in here. I didn't focus too heavily on everything past Linden's army when we were playing the battle. Whoa, camera. But Arthedain does a pretty good job. Then on to the next force, which is right here. Commanded by Beastie 70, playing as the Realm of Cardolan. Now Arthedain and Cardolan and the books were destroyed, but for added effect for the Coalition on Earth, we decided to allow them to be played. So, Beastie 70 here, bringing 2 units of Minheriath Spearmen, some Greenway Garrison Footmen, looks like just a single unit, Therabad Warhammers, Dunedain Captains, Minheriath Men-at-Arms, 3 units, Minotaur Roman Gatekeepers, it's a crossbow unit that becomes halberds once they're out of ammo, Greenway Garrison, 2 units, Mercenary Guildsmen, 1 unit. Then we got Minheriath Archers, 2 units. I personally would have went for the crossbows, but we'll see how we use them. Earthguard of Al-Mansul, and Wardens of Terran Gorthad. All in all, pretty good force from Cardolan. And the final attacking army, commanded by the Supreme Emperor, we have Gondor. So, open it up, we have Gondor Archers. That's 4 units. 4 units of Gondor Archers. That's a pretty fair amount of archers there. And they're all armored up. Gondor Infantry. Looks like he brought 6 units? 5 to 6 units? 6 units. which are also armored all the way up. We have Gondor Spearmen, 3 units, armored up. Raven Helms, 2 units. And Axemen of Sonic, armored up. And the General's Bodyguard, Wardens of the White Tower. There's the General. There's the good old Emperor. But there's a small grace period, so probably going to speed this up a little bit once I hit play. So the plan at the moment was Gondor was going to move and attack the backside of the settlement here. 6 and speed it. Arthedain was going to go up the middle. Cardolin was going to come down through this valley and either A, go into the valley down here and come up the slope over here, or they were just going to come this way. Up through here. But London was going to play support to Arthedain, as well as send a couple units my way. And I'm going to march around and hit this side. So, what made me nervous about going around the backside like this is the fact that it's one narrow pass. All you have to do is keep a couple units there, some ranged units on the hill here, and then up here on top you can keep more ranged units that can, especially Javs or axe throwers, could just rain shots down on top of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ah, Arthedain Rangers. Maybe there's more to this rear force. But over here is where all the action really initially takes place. Not in this valley. Over here on Misty Mountainside. Oh, snow trolls. What about those? So this battle had a lot of trolls, at least 5 units of trolls. We'll see when the engagements really kick off. So once the Misty Mountains crosses this land bridge here, he's having a problem deploying his whole army, but it's going to take Gondor a while to reach the backside of the settlement. So we decided we could call it after he crossed the land bridge. Cardolin wasn't even going to move up anyway, so it was all fine. I may honestly pay more attention to the other sides over here, because, well, my side was a tough fight, considering the low numbers of elves. I didn't really see what happened on this side, and some of the decisive engagements on the other sides. Any second now. This is on 6 speed, and even still it feels like it's not really on 6 speed. Okay. And sometime after he crosses this bridge, I call Grace up. Now Cardolin's moving into position. Cardolin also, I think, sent a unit of pikes over this way to help out. I believe he did. Maybe mistaken. Oh no, he did. Greenway Garrison Footmen. Not the best unit of pikes, but something to help protect against the drakes. And now they're across, so any second now. I called Grace was up. Check moves his men-at-arms up. And they're getting shot. Now, he does have them in loose formation, but I probably would have preferred sending up the peacekeepers. Yeah, maybe them, since I think they're a little bit cheaper of a unit than the men-at-arms. But it all worked. It all works out for, like, every person's strategy is different. And if it works, it works. And at the moment, it looks like Czech is drawing most of their fire. Okay, that unit stopped firing. I thought that unit was firing. This unit still is. Look over here. There's Drake Broodlands around somewhere. Oh, here they are. Knocking down some of their own goblins. So he's going to use these guys on the open field, which will be really tough for Gondor to deal with, considering that it's just a unit of Greenway Garrison from Carlin, and he's just got 3 units of spears. These guys will be a little difficult to zone out. But we'll see how it goes. Here come the Drakes. That might be bad. Gondor's clumped. Dragons turn bloody. Actually killed a Drake there. It's not bad. Wasn't too devastating of a charge. Could have been much, much worse. At this point, we were telling Emperor he needs to get his men in loose formation. And before something like this happened, they get a better charge off. Even still, not the most devastating of charges. And he's still losing Drakes. I forget how many are in a unit, but he's definitely lost 4. He's lost more than that now. Now, these guys aren't too terribly great once in melee. It's the fact they got really high charge bonuses, I believe. Like, the charge melts the unit, if they can get a good charge off. That's why we told them get in loose formation. You can see his Drakes are all pretty bloody and starting to drop. So that's probably about 10 now. And they broke. The Drakes broke. Oh. It's a little different. Let's see here. Wait, we're touching me is leaving some goblins here, it looks like. And Carlin has yet to move in. What's going on this side here? Okay. So Arthedain is now fighting the Gundabad cart. It's a little early to commit the dismounted knights, but each their own. I'm starting to climb up and begin my assault up this path. Not quite ready to start yet. Well, I thought it was early to do this. He is still technically breaking through this choke point. Which is why I think Rudar is sending up some clansmen. Clansmen are good at absorbing archer ammo. And they can hold the line for a while. There's Rudar marksman here. They're shooting down. That's a pretty good angle too. They're trying to shield and push, break this line. Czech needs to get probably another, his next unit of men-at-arms in here. Oh no, they're falling back. That's not a good strategy. You already committed to melee. You should just stay there. You'll give the front line a little bit of morale debuff if you do that. Should be here. Garrison. Okay, so the Drakes technically came back. They're at 20. So he lost a fair amount of Drakes there. Not quite, I don't think it was not quite 20, but he lost like 18 at least. Guard here. How's my push coming over here? It's not quite happened yet. Nigger waiting for the skirmishers to come up. So is Lyndon gonna go around at any point? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Lyndon's just skirmishing. Oh, firearms. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but we'll check. They're focusing on your dismounted knights there. I would have just left them closer to melee. They would have got a bunch of friendly fire. Oh, Menheriath archers have moved up. Looks like they're going to probably going to shoot down. Yep, that's what I thought they were going for. The Goblin halberds. Now, if he had crossbows, this unit would just be melting right now. But archers are still pretty good at doing damage to him. But overall, the crossbows would have been... Oh my goodness, if he had crossbows right now. If he just had crossbows, this would have been so good. This unit would have been melted. Or even just like a ranger volley. This unit would have been devastated. Even still, he's managing to do some damage. As the assault around this way coming along. Gondor's still moving up. Ah, here we go. I'm starting to commit forward. Swords of Rivendell with Archers of Rivendell. I think I was trying to... My units didn't like this path very well. Ooh, I barely even noticed the Rangers were there. If he wanted to, he could have got some really good shots into us. Don't know why he didn't do it. I would have been like on Ladra sentries. He would have gone through the sentries. Would have gone through these sentries, through the Marines, into them Ladras Guardians. Hey, you could have got a real good shot there. But we're being allowed to push up on that front. This front. Czech is still in the grind for the land bridge here. Carlin is committing now. Greenway Garrison, some really cheap spears. Absurdly cheap. I think they're like 350 florins. So these Goblin Archers, well, they're shooting into probably not the most effective target. Now, unless they're going after the archers over here. I don't think they are. Nope, they're all going for this. Who is shooting from here? Oh, check. He's trying to... Yeah, they broke him. For the halberds. Now quickly, you gotta move before... Ooh. Black Urks in the mountain. You gotta keep going. I think these guys are armor piercing. Jack's still on the grind over here. Ah, now Lyndon's coming over with the unit of infantry to push from down below. See if they can get past that land bridge. Let's see if, Boop. Oh yeah, my forces are pushing through now. So now we're in a skirmish with Rudar, to which I'm winning. Rudar just doesn't have the same accuracy and damage output. Fair archers. They would have needed a second unit here to win skirmish, because I can't bring up a lot of units to bear. Now here Rudar decided can't win the skirmish, might as well just push up and engage my units. Keep me confined in narrow pass, which would have worked if he said use the troll hunters. He could have just rained shots down him. Especially, say, if he picked this unit right now, he would have hit the Hardelin Guard, plus the swords. Now, admittedly, this could have been considered a waste of ammo on my part, still going after Rudar Marksman. But honestly, what else was I going to shoot at? My options was Rudar Clansman, which absorb ammo well, shoot the Rudar Marksman, or arc my shots up to try to hit the Rudar Sword. Which I think is what Y2. Y2's letting loose some Rangers already. See what's going on this. I haven't checked it in a hot minute. Let's see, okay, so there's... Looks like Gondor's managed to get around the Misty Mountains a little bit. Just a Greenwood garrison. But Gondor's still got a lot of his troops being held back right now. Especially this, like this right here. Get it moved up. Get it closer. Don't go in waves. It's nice that you have this unit surrounded, but that unit could break at any time. They're already wavering. That unit's shaken. Yeah, he needs to get his infantry in that fight now. Yep, because there he goes, he routed. His whole front's gone. He didn't have the infantry up there. Mistake on Gondor's part, but nothing detrimental. Ooh, trolls have been committed now. Looks like the Imperial archers are out of ammo. Not the best use of the trolls here. Not a good use of the trolls. Now, if he had infantry backing this up, like a unit of halberds or just spears or anything really, if he had something else in melee, these trolls would be killer right now. There's our Roman gatekeepers. Because this is a thick blob push. Now it looks like he's getting his heavy goblin archers into melee down here, as well as moving his halberds back in, but oh yeah, he's about to move up. Elves are now committed on this front, mixing it with the men. Now that we're starting to gain some progress on this land bridge here. And once this Harlan infantry hits him from the side, this is probably going to be it for this spot right here. So the choke's going to narrow out just a little bit. My side here, we broke through. So now we're up here engaging Dunman Pikemen and our Clansmen. Still no signs from above, but we'll see how well that lasts. Looks like most of the unit's not firing. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Started targeting the pikemen to get them out of the fight. But after a certain point, other than passing down the wall, I do switch over to the Blackwoods. I think it's around this time I switched to the Blackwoods. Nope, another volley up. Hey, the next volley I switch. Mythlon Marines are moving up. Yeah, I switched to the Blackwoods. You can see that Rudar Catapult is now firing. That was a lot of friendly fire that they just dealt. But it was elves that they also hit in the same volley. Now Blackwolves, they're not all that scary. Like, they're scary, but they're not too terribly scary. They seem to die really quickly in melee unsupported by another unit of infantry. Between me and London, we're kind of just dropping. I don't know what's going on with that unit. Lanceman. Alright, unit's out of ammo. At this point, we notice that the enslavers are back here. So Y2 decides he's going to try to shoot him with his rangers, but I told him to move up onto the hill here. He'll have a better angle. Now the pikemen are starting to come back into the fight. I think at this point too, yeah, they're positioning the catapult to fire at us. Blob got a little too thick. Harlan guards here. And it looks like they're targeting the Dunman Pike. Now I rush some Archers of Rivendell into the Intmore Troll Hunters to try to keep them from firing. Ooh. That's where this could have been really bad. Start moving my men away, try not to get hit by that catapult. Try to go check on the other guy. battles. Alright, the elves are going to win this fight right here. Snaga's all they're going to commit right here onto this land bridge. The land bridge is lost. Oh, check out this great company through. Didn't even notice that. Our Misty's still trying to hold on to this point. Now that's what I like to see is when trolls are supported like that. Infantry and trolls mixed together, that's pretty good. So Cardolin's gonna have to commit a little bit more over here. What does he got left? Doesn't look like Cardolin has all that much left. Oh, there's some Menhiriath archers. There. Okay, Menhiriath miniature gatekeepers. Okay, so he does have stuff left. How's Gondor doing? Gondor. No. Emperor still has not pushed up those units. Just get them down this hill. He would have done so much better if he could just get his archers up atop this hill. He would have been so much better. Because his shots are arcing right now. So it's not the best shots that he's getting. Not a lot of good value from his archers. He needed to be aggressive, get his infantry up to maybe probably right up beneath these cliffs here. Turn that into one choke point, but then his archers can skirmish down anything. Like, yeah, the one unit of crossbows is up there, but you're just gonna have to weather the fire under that one. What is Tyr and Gorthad are still moving up. Here at Men-at-Arms are fighting snow trolls. Dunedain captains are actually still up here fighting. Czech's great company helping out. Oh no, Trolls of Agmar being closed down by some Harlan infantry. Could be bad. From Hammerguard, and javelins. Move it over here. Looks like that was a blank shot from the troll hunters. Now the enslavers were committed up here. Double blob. Broke the clans right here. So one unit engages from the front, I start trying to flank around. At this point, I didn't think the Ferrodin javelins had ammo, because if they had ammo, why are they being committed like right there? So I figured they were out of ammo. They're probably just going to use them to shore up the front, try to do as much damage against the elves as they could. Here we're doing damage. White 2K is still shooting. His Marines actually good volley into the backs of the enslavers. And they position themselves like right here. So I'm like, okay, aren't they going into melee? And then they get me reloading. I'm like, oh, so they have ammo. So not the best use of his javelins. Especially the fact that now they're just dropping like flies. They got units, rangers there, archers focusing them down. What the hell is hitting these guys down here? Not quite sure. They did get a volley off. I'm calling correctly. I decided not to shoot down the rest of the enslavers because that just do more fire to our own troops right now. At this point, we broke the Intmore Troll Hunters, so it's just mopping up these javelins here, and then marching my forces across. Trolls are caught out, which hammer guards caught out. Who's our swordsmen? Are they gonna get back or not? Cardolin's still pushing up. At this point, I think we told Gondor to kind of play it cautiously. Ooh, wide work, fearmongers. Now, here's the thing: if they were gonna push down like that, Gondor needs his men. Okay, so he is moving his men up. If anything, he should have moved his spearmen up. He at least got his Axemen of Larsonic in. Those are some very, very good units. If I had to recommend anything for Emperor to do differently, is maybe bring some of Gondor's elites, like Fountain Guard or Citadel Guard. Not focus too much entirely on... Because I think you can only bring 2 units of archers before their cost goes up. So I'm not quite sure why he did that. Use of the infantry here, not the greatest. I would have probably positioned him here to move up here, but keeping my archers able to fire into the White Orcs. See here. These halberds are still sitting there. At this point, it's become kind of a retreat to get up here. No, those swords did not get out. We went over here. Although the enslavers are still going. There's only one left, but they're still going. At this point, I'm moving the rest of my meager force of elves across. Everything was wrapped up over here. Oh, the hammer guard's still in play up here. Which is being jabbed to death. Guess the more you know, right? But we'll see. Arthedain's moving up. Carlin's moving up. At this point, I think I was telling them, hey, they're not defending this slope. Like, rush up this slope before they get something good to defend it. Because they're not defending those. They elected to fall back to this layer. Which, the nice thing about this defense is if you really wanted to, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers technically. These outer layers, though, are the biggest layers. Kind of hard to defend, but that's what makes the battles interesting. It's not an interesting battle if you just fall back and hold here and here. Well, and here. Or just hold here, here, and here. Literally the only 3 ways up. And this slope is the most brutal to assault. At this point, Swaggy P, he's just feeding kills now to Cardinal and Arthedain because Snaga Stalkers, they're wavering already. Where's the Tyr and Gorthad? They're gonna flank them, and that's a family. Your archers moving up. My elves were still consolidating over here. I was getting entertained when the guys like run into a rock and it's like, what do we do, sir? It's a rock, go around it. No. It's literally a rock. Just go around it. No. At this point we noticed, hey, what about this hill over here? This hill looks like it has shots on this level, which means our archers can shoot these guys. Maybe not exactly level, but still be nice to be able to get some shots into them. Get my guys up, and I still got guys freaking out, not knowing what to do about a rock. Jack's moving his gray company around because they didn't have range, but elven archers they do. So, already underway again. Just non-stop pressure. Like that. What I never saw was these witchers. Now maybe they did fire at some point, and I just didn't see it. The witchers are standing right there. Horns of Tyr and Gorthad. So Cardalin taking this first initial push. Gondor are emerging victorious in this little fight down here on the base of the slopes. An orc host. For Gondor, that's kind of a win considering that they don't really have any other normal heavy hitters. They just got Raven Helms and a unit of Axemen. Oh, here's my God Hellion firing. Decided that me and Y2 were communicating. Decided we're going to go after the Witch Realm Slavers. I didn't exactly have the best angle to be shooting these guys. So I decided to use the God Helene. I think they're the same ability as the Elders of the Elven King that Barkwood has, but here the crossbows whizzing. Yep. That was there. Horns of Tyr and Gorthad regrouping. That's gonna get some better results. Skirmish them down a bit. This is where I was saying, if only Beastie had crossbows instead of just normal archers, would have dealt more damage with his skirmishing power. Rolling Marines. Why aren't the Guardians loose? I would have put them loose just as can't really run them away, but I don't really get a choice now. Cardalin's coming back in. Gondor going back at it. Ooh, the trebuchet. That is actually a really accurate shot from it. Rarely see a shot like that. Here, yes, Archer's still going at it. This side's yet to be touched, really. At this point, I think I forgot to move my elves or something. So unfortunately, my elves are kind of out of the main fights here. and Ladris saving their strength. Now the Godhalim just ran out of ammo, but managed to get a pretty decent amount of kills on the Witcherama slavers, as well as make them pretty bloody, so it should be less effective in melee. At this point, my guys are still trying to figure out how to get around the rock, but I think they finally figured it out. Yeah, they finally figured it out, guys. It's a rock. You can go literally this way or this way. There's two sides. Go around it. Those guys down. Hartle and Guard, they're firing at something. I don't know what they're firing at. Oh, they're firing over here. So they're hitting the Dungeon Pikemen. Oh, here we go. Now I'm saying my unit's over. And my guys still haven't figured out what to do about a rock. Ooh, Czech's gonna move up his Grey Company. They still have ammo, because, yeah, their bows are out. So point blank volley. Right in the hidden. It's not a good sign for him. And why did Akbar move down? I'm complaining, kills are kills. Okay, it looks like Gondor's starting to struggle over here. They're running out of reserves, and these guys are gonna decimate Gondor. Their armor piercing, again another armor piercing unit, and an armor piercing unit. So all armor piercing against Gondor right there. Inter-Roman gatekeepers facing the wrong way. London Marines, Greenwood Garrison Spearmen, really pushing on this choke now. Not a whole lot of pressure is being applied over here. At least not yet. Decided to move my elves up on this spot. Use my skirmishers over there. Harlan and Guard appears to be out of infantry. Meanwhile, as in Ladris, I'm starting to move up in force. What is this? Oh, Czech still got his civilians back here. These are the spectators of the battle. Come out just like, wow, this looks really interesting. There's something out wrong with what they're doing out here. Oh, that must have been a Witcher volley. You must have missed it. Yeah, those are burnt. And the catapult is over there. Sure got him through. Those guys broke. I would commit it as Black Watch. I would have used it in a push through and just mess up this unit's formation. Shooting into the back of the Goblin King's bodyguard. Doing some decent damage to him. So I targeted someone else. Here's these guys. Here's these guys. I don't remember who I targeted now. The knight's there. Miles are starting to form up. You know, the battle for this choke is still going on. Over here, Gondor's still making a stand. Yeah, those crossbows are gonna hurt. Should have sent the wardens over to go attack the crossbows. They also make the halberds run further. Oh wait, no, he's using over Raven Helms. Raven Helms make it. No, these crossbows are out of ammo. Pretty good charge he got into him. But, yeah, these guys, they're armor piercing. They should still be able to cut through the wardens. At this point, I've committed elves into the fight. So it's a lot tougher of a fight for him now. Yep, went after troll hunters. Maybe not the best pick, but I figure these guys are probably better than nothing. I didn't really have shots on anything else. Again, probably not the best of value, but pushing up there. My elves are pretty much in position. Don't know what the Marroways are quite doing. Got Gondor still going, but Wardens of the White Tower, they're gonna lose to these Blackback Mountain Berserkers. With the Mountain Orcos here, that's probably going to seal the fate for the Raven Helms too. So, it was a nice try from Gondor, but I think the lackluster roster that he brought and the misuse of his archers is what doomed him there. I mean, if he could only have just pushed up here, his archers would have had a flatter shot and would have been better. Oh no, don't pull him out of melee like that. Ooh, that's another oof. Unless they broke. Oh no, they didn't break. That's another oof. They routed. Get the Raven Helms in here. I mean, I still gotta give Gondor props though. He's doing what he can with what he has. And he still did a pretty good push up this hill. Pretty good push up the slope. He did his job. He kept pressure on this backside. Now wolves are pushing over here. Pretty big push on this side over here. Friendly fire. Why? What is he going after here? My god, Haloon moving up. They're out of ammo. Gwaiti Arthander moving up. Gwaiti Myrdain are pushing through. This is a long battle.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
I came close. Dude, I'm peacekeepers and ladder sentries. So double pikes in here. Gwaiti Myrdain are still pushing through. At this point, I just tell them to engage the troll hunters. And just like that, lucky shots. Both trebuchets in the same volley. That was lucky. Well, unlucky for us, but lucky for them. At this point, I don't think they have enough left to really make much of a difference. Using my quite the Arthan, closing the distance into Grenadine Berserkers. They're shooting raw meat. If that was a normal flaming shot, that would have been would not have been good for me. Blackwatch Legion, not too many of them left. Godwilliam are moving up. And Ladris Guardians. Pretty much I moved up everything that I have, but I think these guys were out of ammo. Yep, now I have a mistake on my part running them, but whatever. I'm not going to engage them in melee right away. These guys seem like they're marching really fast.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
Yeah,
We must help his men avenge him.
Yeah, New Gondor was kind of doomed at that point. But we're going to keep pushing. At this point, Gondor dealt a pretty sufficient blow against the Goblins of the Misty Mountains.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
Maybe a better comp next time, but still dealt pretty substantial blow to the Misty Mountains. That's a big push over there. See if they're going to be able to hang. Well, it's not really smart to keep holding on to that. It's more at this point
Only half the enemy force remains.
It's like, you need to fall back to the next level. I should have kept pushing, because I could have caught these guys out, but mistake on my part. Just trying to let my guys rest up. Oh my god, Hillian, they found the Grenadine Rangers. And he's trying to run them away. Of course I pursue, but I think it's due to the fact that
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
It was Misty Mountains general. And the Rangers broke. It's quite unfortunate for those Rangers. He could have saved, if those Rangers had ammo and he saved them, where these Witchers are right now. Perfect volleys. Actually, Witchers right now probably could have hit my units here, but they didn't. Another oversight on my part, I accidentally committed those guys into melee. Noldor and Blade Masters, these guys are some scary two-handed swords. Going at it, they should probably be able to beat them.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Graphics options, okay. I just want to make sure that I'm still on the best settings for you to view. And with the addition of the pikes, it should be the end of those. Stalkers. Barrow Whites without a weapon upgrade. I mean, it's good mixing in the units with them. I always find giving Barrow Whites a weapon upgrade is fairly useful, actually. Again, Miles can't figure out what a rock is. So I decided to move in my archers to Rivendell. Create an extra buffer. At this point, I think I told Check we will patrol some piers. Shoot the Witchers, because I don't want to get Witchered. No one wants to get Witchered. A Barrow Wights, they'll last a while in melee. So it's good he has his Black Wolves over here. Deal out the damage, but at this point I think it's just the fact that we have so many of our elites left. I mean, there's still civilians here. They definitely saw combat at some point. So they had the fight.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
We're approaching the end here, but he got a volley into those Witchers. Killed like 3 of them. It wasn't too terribly bad. At this point I was telling Check he should just... I don't know what they're throwing at. I was telling Check he should probably just throw into the pikes up here. He's moving over his own pikemen. And like, just look at all what we have left. Just so much left. And they don't really have the quality to stop us anymore. I mean, over here the quality is present, but the other side there's just not enough quality. So there goes Lyndon's pushing. You know what? Lyndon's gonna keep pushing. Okay. Actually, Lyndon's all in. And it's the fact that their lines are literally being held by Barrow Wights. Barrow Wights don't deal damage. At least not quickly enough to make a difference. They're just good at holding the line and being a meat sponge. At this point, I decided to shield wall my Gwythy Arth and start pushing them up the middle. I also sent over 2 units of Imladris Guardians, just in case. I was afraid that they were going to get butchered or something, but Y2 took care of that. You just push through and engage the Witchers in melee. Can't shoot if you had a sword through you. Oh, Y2 civilians, they routed. They're not Y2 checks. I did that during the battle too. Actually, I called them something different. Actually, Czech's pikes are facing the wrong way. Still pushing over here. I'm gonna 2 times speed it because
the battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
The Barrow Wights are pretty much done. Black Wolves are still.
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
Y2.
We must help his men avenge him.
Y2 died. You re-engage the Black Wolves. The 9 marksmen should go up, maybe. On my side, just decided to go all in because there's nothing I can do to stop it. Okay, look at this. There's nothing they can do. Everything they have is already on the front. be why the Arthan's pushing through. I'm sure my wifey Miriam's in here. Yep, there it is. Under sentries are over there. Check, trying to get some last minute damage in with his jabs. Yeah, this is pretty much it here. What they had's not getting away. There's just too much of our elites left at the end. So good battle. Both kingdoms of men were, actually all three kingdoms of men are pretty much
The enemy general
beat.
abandons his men. We've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
So I got someone's general over here. Maybe Agmar's. I don't know. Oh, there's so many I lost track of. Just lost track of all of them. Hard to keep track of generals in this. Oh, civilians, they came back.
Our men have slain. Victory is ours.
And that was
Only
it.
by a sword's edge.
I don't even know whose general that was. Alright. Well, looking at the kill count. Jack Norris says Arthedain did the best out of all of us, and Lyndon behind that, and closely followed by, well, not even closely followed, it was just followed by me. Lyndon closely followed Czech, though. Looks like Lord Touchway did the most damage out of all the defenders. He got the most enemies captured, as well as the most kills. And he brought the smallest army. Wouldn't have thought of that. But overall, they didn't deal enough damage to our elites. Our elites is what won the battle for us. But with that, I would say that concludes today's battle, and hopefully we can get another one here soon.